Hello, children. A very good morning to all. I hope you all are fine. In previous class, we have learnt about alphabets, capital letters, small letters, vowels, and consonants. And even we have learnt that how to write capital letters and small letters in four lines. And we have learnt that how to write the sentences in four lines. How many vowels are there? How many consonants are there? This everything we have learnt in previous class. Today we shall discuss about the parts of speech. Today we shall discuss about the parts of speech. Students, do you know what is parts of speech? All words in the English language belongs to a word class called the parts of speech, or a name given to a word based on its job in a sentence, or words are divided into different kinds or classes called parts of speech. Do you know how many parts of speech are there in English language? In English grammar, there are 8 parts of speech classified according to the function they performed in a sentence. Or there are 8 parts of speech in English language. They are noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. Let us try to understand what they do, how can we use them, and the first and very most is the noun. What is noun? The name of a person, place, animal, or thing is called a noun, or the part of speech that names a person, place, animal, or thing we called noun. Noun are the words we use to give names. Noun are the words we use to give names. For example, Manish is my cousin. Second one, there are many ducks in the pond. See in first picture. They have mentioned here a name of a person. The person name is Ramesh. Second one, a name of a place. Do you know what is that? Gol Gumbaz. Where it is? It is in the Vijayapur. It that Gol Gumbaz shows the name of a place. Then name of a animal. Tiger, monkey, butterfly, any bird name you can use here, or frog. Here, these everything shows the name of a animal. Next, name of a thing. Chair and table is there. Next, coming to the pronoun. A word used instead of noun is called pronoun, or a noun. A word used instead of noun is called pronoun. The part of speech that replaces a noun. The part of speech that replaces a noun. If in the sentence the noun, the person name is there, whether it may be a female, whether it may be a male, there we have to use he or she because that he or she is a pronoun. He, she, it, they, we, you, him, her, these all are pronouns. Because we cannot use a name in every sentence or paragraph, we use pronouns. Whenever we are writing the paragraphs or whenever we are writing the sentences, every time we are not using the names. We will remove that person or particular name. There we use he or she. That he or she shows pronoun. For example, Pratik is absent today as he is sick. This he shows pronoun. Coming to the next example, Bengaluru is known as the garden city. It is in Karnataka. The Bengaluru is known as a garden city. It is in Karnataka. It shows pronoun. Britannia biscuits are very tasty. They are available in all shops. Britannia. This is the name of a place. So here we removed that Britannia. There we have added they. See in the picture. He is my father. That he shows pronoun. She is my mother. Here she shows pronoun. They are my friends. That they shows pronoun. Coming to the verb. A word used to show action, possession is known as a verb. A word used to show action, possession is known as a verb or the part of speech that names actions. This verb is naming the action. For that, we will call verb. Actually, verbs are the most important parts of speech because there can be no sentence without a verb. Without a verb, there is no sentences. For example, the boys are swimming in the lake. This swimming shows the action. Next example. Anjali and her sister dance gracefully. This dance shows action. Look at in the picture. Swimming, dancing, singing. These everything is showing the actions. This everything is shows here action. Coming to the next adverb. The word which describes about a verb or adjective is called adverb. The word which describes about a verb or adjective is called adverb. The part of speech that adds more information about a verb or an adjective. Please don't get confused between adjective and adverb. Both are quite different. Listen, the word which describes about a verb, which word is underlying here, if that word is describing a verb or if that word is describing a adjective. For that we will call here adverb. Come to the example. Pratik spoke rudely to the maid. Pratik spoke rudely. This rudely is describing the verb. Come to the next example. It will be tea time soon. This soon is adverb. Adjective. It is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun by adding some information about it. It is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun by adding some information about it, or the part of speech that describes the quality of a person, place, animal, or thing. We will call adjective. If the word is describing a noun, then we will call it adjective. If the word is describing the pronoun, then also we will call it adjective. We can also use adjective to show the characteristic and the quality of something. Sunita is a blind girl. For example, Sunita is a blind girl. This blind is describing the Sunita. That Sunita is a noun. Sunita is a blind girl. Each student was given a new book. Each and new. These both words are adjective. Look at in the picture the blind person. This blind is describing the person. Coming to the next preposition. It is a word. It is a word which is used with a noun or pronoun to show the relationship with something else, or the part of speech that shows position, time, or direction. For that also we will call preposition. Listen, preposition can be used to show the relation or state of something. When we are using the preposition, we are using preposition to show the relation between a noun or pronoun. For example, with, by, over, to, behind, under, over, these all are prepositions. Coming to the example, they came with us by bus. With and by, these both words are prepositions. The dog jumped over the fence. The dog jumped over the fence. This over shows here preposition. We all came by bus. By is a preposition. And the dog jumping over the fence. Next, conjunction. It is used to join. It is used to join words, clauses, or sentences. The part of speech that joins together groups of words or sentences are called conjunction. And, but, or, because, nor, neither, these all are conjunctions. Whenever we are joining the sentences or whenever we want to join the words, then we have to use conjunction. For example, the sun and the moon are the heavenly bodies. Look at here. The sun and the moon. The sun and the moon. We are joining this both here. So for that reason, we have added here and. This and is a conjunction. Peter spoke clearly. Now the Peter is speaking clearly, but nobody could understand him. But no one could understand him. The Peter spoke clearly, but nobody is not understanding what that Peter is speaking here. This but shows conjunction. Look at here. We have written the sun and the moon. Sun and moon. That and that shows the conjunction. Coming to the next interjection. It is a word which expresses some sudden feelings or emotions. It is a word which expresses sudden feelings or emotions, or the part of speech that shows emotion, surprise, or emphasis. Whenever we will become happy, whenever we will become emotion, that all time we are using interjection. Oh God, alas, cheer, hooray. These all are interjections. For example, hooray, we won the competition because here we became happy. So, for that reason, here we are using hooray. If we went to play the game, if we won the game, that time we are expressing our happy. That time suddenly we will tell hooray. If we got hurt, then we are using ouch. Then, oh God, save me from ill health. Whenever we are sick, that time we are praying for the God. Oh God, save me from the ill health. Look at in the picture. In first picture, oh God. This oh God is a interjection. Hooray. I told you whenever we will become happy that time we are using this hooray. This hooray is a interjection. Thank you, children. I hope you all have understood today's class.